First video, we're going to explore the drawers and the shelves. Just basics. We've seen the altar, seen all that set up. Stuffed animals. Coloring books. Dollar Tree extras. And other things for crafting. Little paper things for paper crafts, if I do them. Construction papers. Googly eyes, stuff like that. My seasonal vases. I gotta find where I put my spring ones so I can put them out here. I gotta make one for summer. I don't have one for summer yet because I just started doing them last year. Well, the spring one was my first one some years before. All this is mostly art. I'm through. Let's go. Catch-all rubber bands so he don't chew them. So they're not out where Bailey can get them. Some lancets because I use them with the altar. For sterile ways to get the blood out if I need it. Wow, let's not go there because people say, what the hell? I think I'm crazy doing that. Staple puller. A generic white gel pen. I don't know why it's there. Some extra Dixon Ticonderogas. My Prismacolor sharpener. And that again. I needed an eraser. So up here is going to be erasers. But they ended up a lot of them being down here, I see. So they no longer belong there, so let's put them up. And the sharpeners. That's just an erasing shield, so I'll put it up here. I never used the thing. One of these is for, I think, the top of them graph gear pencils, or... It doesn't go into Clickets, because I haven't gotten any of the clickables. I still have them. I haven't used all of them. I need to get a Tombow one of these days. They're nice, too, to have. Mechanical erasers. That's for the hell's that one there? The battery operated one. And there. I'll just put my lids up here. And all that's left down. Hold on. And all that'll be left down there is like we'll get downtown. What's there? Alright, these are all the tapes. Extra scotch tape, tape runners, whatever you call them. Foam tape up in here I get from a Dollar Tree for cards. Glue sticks. The actual glue sticks for the glue gun and the glue sticks. The frickin' Elmer things or whatever. And that Tombow liquid glue, which I don't care for because I'd rather have gotten the clear. So you see there it says adhesives, gun and all that. Glue gun. This there has geometrics on it. Except for a couple of them don't fit. So up there. Stickers and labels. I'm almost out of these. And a change purse. And a bonbon. If I ever want to put that on cards, use it for an embellishment or something. Liquitex heavy bodies and Gamblin oils. All painter's tape, duct tape. I'm going to grab my chair. Just for the rest of it. It'll be easier that way for me and for all of us to see it. Charcoal and pastels. I don't have pan pastels. They're wicked expensive. There's oil pastels in here. And charcoal. Not that I don't want to try a pan pastel, but here's what I use to blend with, or those paper stumper things, whatever. Or cheap-ass Dollar Tree or Q-tips or something. Short, small sketchbooks. A couple more in there. And a Crayola Twistables. Crayola Super Tips. Crayola Twistable Crayons. And the little Woman's Day catalog. I use that to place in between my sheets so I don't run ink all over when coloring. Cheap dollar store markers, which may get dumped. Because they ended up being bought with the eyes and not with the brain, so. And I use my Copics almost extensively. I want water. Base markers. I got those 24 some from the dollar store. They were good. These are just sketching graphite, just all kinds of different graphite pencils. Royal and Langnickel, Daler-Rowney, paper stumps, perler beads. Ponies, what we're out at the moment. We gotta get some more. The big plastic ones for my classes. If I still have them, not, I'll keep them. Let's see what's going on with that. If people still want to do them or not. Well, here's not a lot of enthusiasm about stuff. People do their own thing, I notice, even me. Dry board eraser in my squeezable zombie brain thing for exercising the hand. There's a candy skull up here. He does the same thing. This is the Brother inkjet. Excuse me, laser. Extra beads for my friend. I got them separate, like I said before, so I don't get mixed up with mine, and they're out. I don't know if she wants them back or what she wants me to do with them, so. Wet wipes I've had since I started the art room. I probably should get some new ones. I don't know when I fucking use them, because I have hand sanitizer and everything, so. Well, they're there just to look pretty, I guess. These are those Very Thins. That is the big thing of Albrecht Dürer watercolors by Faber-Castell. They'll be getting their pouch. There's the Color Soft 36s. Inktense. They'll be getting a pouch. Unless those are the Albrecht Dürers. No, those are the Pitt Pastels at the bottom. Faber-Castell. God damn, I almost fucking lost them. And I don't know if I'd get any more of the tins for the Black Widow. But I'll keep the Scorpion one if I'm ever done with them in the future. They'll stay where they are, because they're not taking up much room. They're in small cases. But anything that has a layer, it needs to be picked up and moved. It's going in a case, so they can be usable. I'll put them in one, maybe. But if I run out, I'm just going to keep this color and just, that's enough. And I run down low, I'll get another one of the peach. I love it. That's my favorite flesh tone in the whole collection. I forgot to send them down the other day, but I'm not sure if I will or not. So they're the Marco Renoirs. They're a very cheap oil-based pencil. Those are the Pro colors. They're nice. They're muted colors. They're good for like drawing urban scenes, cartoons, like zombies. They're very good for zombies. If you draw them. The Black Widows, they have a tin now where they have the words on the pencil. See, a lot of the cheap ones I got rid of because I don't like that. They finally put them on these ones in the Scorpion. They have a Cobra tin, and they have some flesh tones that look just like skin on it, like the human. Yeah, weird. But like I said, when you're done with these, if you really love your watercolors, don't buy a lot of those Meeden things like I got to start with. You can either glue some magnets on the little half pans or full pans and just reuse your tins. As long as they're that size. I'm going to use a great big thing like that. But, I mean, the Derwents are probably, they may or may not get their case. They don't need it. These two small ones. But the big Inktense need them because I think they're in layers. I don't remember. They're 72. These guys here. When I run low on these, I would repurchase because they don't have them open stock. Neither do they the Marco Renoirs, and they don't even got the goddamn courtesy because I think because they're from China or something to put the damn names on the same. The Marco Raffines, they went whatever they are. I have a feeling the Sherpa Farbens are the same, similar, but at least they put the names of the color of the pencil on the pencil. It's nice to know what they are. So when you're doing a chart, well, what the hell are you? No. Polycolors by Lyra. You can replace them when they run low. They're nice. I have done a full drawing with them. I haven't tried these yet, so I don't even know what they're all about. If I foreseen I was going to Kanemari my collection, I might not have gotten them. But I got them. Well, I got a couple budget friendlies left, I guess we can say. That I could use just for coloring books mostly. I don't like to use a lot of these artist grade ones for those. Sometimes it depends on the picture. But I like to save the really good ones for drawings. So these ones are Amazon Basics. So I've got different Amazon Basic products. Sherpa Farbens. These have... They're a lot like those Marco Renoirs. I think they're oil-based too. Oils tend to blend better. With or without a solvent, actually. This is a Caran d'Ache Supra color. Those are the Holbein's 50s. I couldn't afford the big set. I don't see them anymore on Amazon at all, any size. So I'll just go to my eBay seller when he still exists and just renew them as they go down. I don't know if I'm going to put them in a case or not because they're just one layer. These guys, I think, are more than one layer. I may have to put them in a case, but there's only 40 of them. I like the buff titanium. I got it and lost it with that weird black tin wherever it went to. You better not fucking be there, just kidding. 40 Pablos, and I think they're just one layer too, I'm not sure. But all of these, the idea is that, you see this guy right here? You see this guy right here? You run out of that one color. You want that one color again? You gotta buy the whole set to get that one. With the artist grades, you don't have to. This is a Rogatin, and Blick has them individually. I can't bring myself to take these out. They're too cute. Little books, come on. I don't know if I'm going to keep these or not, because I use a liquid blender, but they came broken anyhow. That's one of the downsides of ordering from Amazon artist supplies. I've got these for now, and in my wish list I got a set of 30. Caran d'Ache stuff's expensive, so, and Holbein, so I have to go small and get none at all. I mean, the most expensive set was the Faber-Castells. I splurged. They weren't as bad. But the artists, open stock, way to go. You want more of them. I think these are all artist grades, these top two. With these, I'm not sure if they are or not. So I'm just going to put them in there for now, because that's where they fit. So right here, I wanted to divide it, but it ain't going to happen until I get more pouches. So this is my cradle wood canvas. That's where it fits. It's I don't think it's birch. It may be brasswood. I don't know. Go online and look up that set of Gamblins I bought, and it'll tell you. Watercolor Prismacolors. I've never used them. General pastel pencils. I don't know about the pan pastels. They're nice, and I like the ones there. I like their tools, though. I might try their tools, but then you could get just as well using Dollar Tree sponges and your own fingers and this and that, and do your best. I don't have the most expensive things. My most expensive things are than pencils and, well, the fact I like only Copics. I've told you I'm a brand loyalist. Those are my Crayolas. Those are another Crayola. These I'll have to put in a pouch. There's those fucking Sergeant Art ones that fell out of the bag. That didn't go downstairs. So then they'll fucking be wandering. Whatever the fuck they are. I think they're Sergeant Arts. I don't know. I'll put them in the dump. They don't go with my sets. But these are those nice feelers I got for my brother. They're kind of like a budget-friendly version of like a Prismacolor. They got a lot of nice colors in there, but they need a pouch because there's so many of them. You can't work with them in that. So I got to figure out which guys need pouches, which don't, add them up, and see what I need. My Crayolas could stay in there. They're only 50. Same with the Cola Rice. They ain't hurt nothing in a Ziploc. Once I sharpen them, then they'll have to get a case. So, let's see. There was only... I'll have to remember. I'll have to count what I ordered. These guys can get their own little... A pencil box. Idea. I just figured it out. That one, I don't want no more in there that has... what did I say in it? Dollar Tree shit. So I'll put my Crayolas in there. Yeah, bingo. Then all Crayola stuff will be in that one thing, except the crayons. But up here we got, it says, tools and glue. These are beading things. Not to confuse with other craft glue. This is just for the jewelry. So this guy's here, the lighter. Tweezers. Bent nose pliers. Other pliers are in here. Tweezers. That goes to my little silhouette tools over there. The silhouette portrait ain't in here. It has to stay by the computer. You know that. My computer don't have Bluetooth. At its age, I don't care to add it. Maybe it will, but it still have to stay in there because I like to be right with it when I'm working with it. So it's not like these wireless printers are fine on their own down here. Tools for when I want to do the jewelry there with the aromatherapy stuff in it. Strings, twine, needles. Findings. Some Tibetan spacer beads and these little things here. And I lay them all over in there so they fit. So you know what they are. You just put whatever beads you want to work on. polymer clay and its tools. And some little, what did I do with those? I think I put them up there and with the Dollar Tree stuff because I don't know what to do with them. And maybe adding the wooden beads up there. I don't know. I don't really like the wooden beads because they were deformed. The more I look at them, I'd rather not. I'd rather save that tray they're in to put some good Miyukis if I get any someday. Or whatever. Miyukis could stay in their tubes. You can get them, I think. Just take out what you need or whatever. We'll cross the bridge when it comes. One of these are my lava stones, Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree. I got extra Dollar Trees up in the closet with the refill box. Lava beads, glass beads, those wooden beads I was just talking about. Those back there are gemstone chips. They're hard to get out now. That's stupid, Missy. What the fuck did you want to do that for? No, I can get them out. Alright. More lava beads. Some gemstones that didn't fit in my Ashes of Old Lovers jug. Stencils and templates. These are templates. Stencils. I use them for journaling or whatever. Art journaling. I don't use them for cards. Construction paper. We don't want to do any more toilet tube animals. The googly eyes. Which I hope I put them up in the Dollar Tree. So I'll probably buy more. And I got all those little things up there to put Dollar Tree. Little bits and bobbles in there. I kept that in there because that's the size of a card. That's up on top. I need it. Might be using these for some Easter. I accidentally have some Nina White on the bottom. Should be done with the plain white. This is just Nina. It's like some kind of sample set. I keep rebuying the same thing because that's all I use. If I want pattern paper, see this guy? He needs more ink, colored ink and stuff, but you print your pattern on there, cut it, what you need. Does the same thing, it saves you on extra paper. Having to buy extra paper and store it. This is all stuff for computers, like graph paper, stuff that went in the planner, laminator pouches, loose leaf paper, whatever, file folders, freaking page protectors, photo paper. It's a clusterfuck drawer. This is all computer paper. That's all white cardstock. Foiling. For foil stuff that I do. For the cards, whatever. You see, I'll do a whole piece of paper and color something in. These are all those things for the stamps, for the blending. Okay. Odin is up here with a oil diffuser. A wax warmer, mostly used for a light when it's not being used for wax. And with that, I'll have to find what kind of bulbs they take. See, my mother can find them for me. I'll pay her back, whatever. She obviously knows what kind they take. But I can put wax cubes in there. I have a little collection of them. I'm not as bad with them as I am with the incense. Right? Not as bad. Same with the oils. These are all my favorite pieces. I need to dust up there. I apologize. I haven't gotten to that shelf yet. These are all special crystals, spheres, stuff like that. I got to get some more of these little stands right here. So I got a couple more in a pouch that don't have a home. They haven't had one. All my Oracle and Tarot decks. Tools, picture hangers and all that stuff. Paper trimmer. Take them out as we need to use them. They don't need to be up there. That's the oil paint mediums. The Chelsea brand that I got in the cube. Samplers. Hammer, Liquitex Basics. That's all washi tape from the Dollar Store, ribbons, planners, cards, whatever. Beadboard, extra paper for scratch. Sometimes I'll take it out and snip a piece off it for here or there, whatever. Use it for die cutting, use it for putting E6000 on and using it to dab the toothpick in. So I don't have to make a big-ass mess on my beads anymore, and I think I use that tip. I made it my own. Some people use Post-its. But these guys, I haven't gotten a home for them yet. These are the beads by that company, Mandala. They're little seed beads. 11 O's. They're all in their own little compartment. And they're sitting there right now on top of a binder where they can't go anywhere, I hope. Stickles. I probably won't get into Nouveau drops because stickles are my thing. I just haven't gotten my sea glass colored blue yet. I use them in coloring books. I use them on cards. And I prefer these over loose gritty, sandy glitter, which has a tendency to give my asthma a go through. More than, I know I gotta watch my pastels for that too. So, being an asthmatic, I always keep an inhaler in here. I'll show you where that is. I gotta get this fucking thing dust all the fuck damn from the heater. And no offense, but I love Bailey, but sometimes it's from him too. That's why I use that real good, solid, lightweight litter, because it doesn't get all over everything. But anyway, that's where the loom always is. It's right at my left-hand side. I'm left-handed. I got to give them to my adopted grandma so she can make some card houses with them, or I'll just throw them out. All I do is go in there and grab the envelopes out anyway. Because I don't know how to use fuck up yet. One of these days I'll learn how to. For now, it's a good corner round puncher. You know, that's my laminator for foiling, and I got that binder for recipes. So I'm going to put the ones I print out that we absolutely have tried and loved, and put them in there, and we'll know where all of our favorites are. I don't very rarely use cookbooks. I just got some here, and that's it. I don't have my Satanic Bible and stuff no more, but I'm going to rebuy that, like I said before. And the Ouija board and all that shit. I don't know about a bigger Pazuzu, because I kind of like the one now, because he's easier to just pick up and move them to clean, so. I do miss my big one, but that's life. I shouldn't have bothered them, but I guess I did myself a favor. I know it's easier to clean up, but it shouldn't be that way. All ink pads, all distress inks. My favorite pencil sharpener in the house. I forgot to throw that out. That came out of that picture frame. These are my two things you're seeing on that video. Jars got all shit in them right now, but there's stuff I can take out when I want to use them for waters, for watercolor and acrylics. A flashlight for an emergency. Something I should have thrown out, maybe? Yeah, that's what that is. Is there something in there? I don't know. I'll check it later. I have these little beads. I think they're in the bedroom that Jimmy found in my dress skirt the other day. That's my Zest-It. My brush tank cleaner with my lavender in it. Brush cleaner at Chelsea Studios. That's going to be for linseed oil. Hey, handy little paintbrush jar. Pick it up, right? And that there is my takeaway on the go if I ever want to. Pencil sharpener. I threw that battery operated one out. That was one thing I thought was useless. Those are just craft paints for those Dollar Tree banks and stuff, if I want them. If not, I can use some craft ones I got here or there. I don't have a lot of different color variation. I got a few. I'm going to finish my training with. That snow marker, I've got to keep that. There we go. That's my snow marker for cards. These are all my Copics. You know, I built that little shelf myself. Buying these little mini drawer sets that look like mini Sterilite things from Dollar Tree and pulling the plastic out, and I glued everything together and nailed it to the wall. That's where Asshole is now, my mannequin. Those are all ink and some embellishment ink blenders that I've been using. That's the only embossing stuff I have and need, and my Mojo bag underneath to keep it. I use clear, like you know, with my thread stuff. I have a tendency to like neutral colors for background things, but maybe I'll get some gold and silver metallics eventually, and that would be it. So, and that's my Copics. That's the up by itself is the colorless blender. It's a Chow. Colorless blenders are down here. Oh, you son of a bitch! You son of a goddamn! I'll have to put them back in now. Oh, that one isn't glued on yet for a reason, I don't think, because it didn't need to be. So that one's not glued on. We gotta fix that someday and do that. Yeah, I'll have to do that. So I'll put the colors blenders up there and the snow marker up there. I don't know what's up there. He'll be by himself over here. So that's that. Those are two oxide inks. I don't know. I'm going to get the rest of the collection because the distress inks are enough for me and what I do. But they were just to see what they were like. And buy them by themselves. But because I got those two, I went and bought a whole set. I would end up with duplicates, two of them. So I think one's marigold or something, or honey. I always get honey colored stuff. I know that. with my Copic. I love them. They're good for both orange and yellow. And the other one's pumpkin. ABC beads. Gel pens and a paper stump in the middle. My voodoo doll and a white thing of paint by itself over here. A bunch of different pens and a water pen. All my tripless fine liners. And we know that's the jar, Ashes of Wool Lovers jar. It's got all kinds of little jewelry findings and bits and bobbles in there. I don't know which one's which, but one is Sharpies and one is Bic. Take your pick. The mugwort, because I haven't put it back yet. Acrylic blocks I leave out, because I don't have many of them. And I always need to know where they are. My toilet paper tube bat. My train I haven't finished painting. The rock I found over at the fishing hole. So I found it and took it home. My inhaler, like I said, that being an asthmatic, it's important in an art room to have that. Thereby, markers, whatever reason will cause it. Pollen. I don't have many, though. I'm pretty good with my asthma. I don't have the attack since I quit smoking years ago. It's a random one, and it's usually from something really bad like dust. Incense doesn't bother me. People don't believe me. Cigarette smoke bothers me. But incense doesn't do that to me. I don't know why. Probably because it's good smoke and not so much chemicals in it. But these are those things we've seen earlier. I gotta put them away yet. These are things I gotta put away. Ignore them. That's my mini beading mat. And I'll probably use that, like some people do, to put the findings on there and the little pieces, like the jump rings or the clasp and whatever, so I'll know that's where they'll be. They had another nice mat, but I was a good price, $22 for something in a picture frame that's sticky. I don't know what it was, but it was. The price keeps going up on it, and people in the reviews said not to pay the upper price, so I'm not going to do that anyway. Whether I read that or not. I'm just not that type of person, so. Again, these are all liners, things I would use for sketching on hand. Posca pens that should be stored like this, somehow. I got my nib holders. My nibs are around here somewhere. Yeah, they are. They can go under here. They're not going to hurt nothing. That's my magnifying glass. It's an analog version of the one I'm going to get the clamp on my desk someday with light in it. I need a little more light over here, but it'll come when it comes. If it ever does. Enough light over there. I got my salt lamp. This is all Clusterfuck City up here. Towels I got to go get. I use them for dusting, but I'll normally use like for paint, messes like that. Paint rags. Which Viva will come in handy for, even with oils. You can just chuck them out. They're just like a rag when they're wet. These are all of the drippings I have. The Winsor Newton ones. Like I said, I wish I had the whole set, including the metallics and the white. They have their own little set with that. But that's life. And I have a big speedball one somewhere. Black. It's over next to where I had my nib pens and everything. This here is considered liners, so I'm going to put them over here. Maybe I should actually just put the acrylic blocks in with the stamps where they should be. The actual, no, we'll figure it out. But anyway, all these things like here, solvents to refill, a great big cup of white tip Crayolas, which shouldn't be here anyway. Apple barrel paints, Mod Podges, hand sanitizer, Clusterfuck jar with shit that I've broken in it, and those big chevron sewing needles. You don't use them for beading anyway, they're too friggin' big. And I know we can't sew or stitch a hole in an ass if it ever happens. A hole puncher. 3, 1, whatever you need. I don't have a lot of paper punches because I have a die cutter and I have a machine in the front room for the computer. A little silhouette portrait, and I can do a lot of that. So, vinyl gloves, even if I need to cook with them, they're clean, they're in a clean area. For whatever reason. I got this stuff from making